Hong Kong protests, hundreds surround police headquarters. Script taken from BBC News. Thousands of people in Hong Kong have surrounded police headquarters, calling for an extradition bill to be scrapped. Police have asked the protesters to withdraw peacefully, saying their presence would seriously affect emergency services. Millions of people have marched against the bill in recent weeks, with violent clashes breaking out with police. The bill, which allows extradition to mainland China, has already been suspended. Critics say it would erode the judicial independence of Hong Kong. Hong Kong has been part of China since 1997 under the one country, two systems principle, which allows it freedoms not seen in mainland China. Early on Friday morning, a large group of protesters began gathering outside the Legislative Council, LegCo. The protest comes a day after the government ignored a deadline set by a group of students from various universities in Hong Kong, who called for the bill to be completely scrapped. The BBC's Helia Cheung, who is at the scene, said the mood on Friday morning was relatively calm. But then prominent activist Joshua Wong called for people to march towards the police headquarters. They began putting on face masks and started chanting for Hong Kong leader Carrie Lam to step down. Mr. Wong, in a tweet on Friday, called for police to drop charges against people who had been arrested in earlier protests. He also urged Hong Kong Police Commissioner Stephen Low to come down and face the people. As of Friday lunchtime local time, the protests were considerably smaller than those seen in recent weeks. Organizers estimate that millions in the city have taken part in protests, with one seeing an estimated turnout of 2 million people. While the rallies have been largely peaceful, one march on the 12th of June descended into violent clashes between protesters and police. It saw dozens injured after police tried to clear the protesters with tear gas and rubber bullets. Police labeled that protest a riot, an offense punishable by up to 10 years in jail. A total of 32 protesters were arrested, 5 of whom have been charged with rioting offenses. 8 protesters have been released. The strong backlash prompted Hong Kong leader Carrie Lam to eventually suspend the bill. She issued a public apology and said the bill would not be revived until people's fears were addressed. But Abby, a 20-year-old protester who only wanted to be identified by her first name, told the BBC she saw Ms. Lam's apology as insincere. "I still maintain that she should stand down. If she's asking for a second chance, she should at least show that she's deserving of it by withdrawing the bill amendments completely. We have no trust in her," she said. China has backed Ms. Lam and the extradition bill throughout the unrest. Thanks for watching.